Good evening, witchy people, or good morning, or good afternoon, depending on when you're watching this. I am back again, and uh, I haven't been online for a few days actually. Lots been going on. I have been visiting my mum-in-law. She was a little bit better last time I went to visit her, and I'm not getting my hopes up. I know this is not something that's going to improve, but she was having a good day. I've had to take the dog to the vets, and the door's just opened on its own. Okay, that was strange. The door just opened on its own. As you can hear, it does take a little bit to close it, and it's just opened on its own, and there's nothing, no one outside. Oh well, never mind. That's going to throw me off my game slightly, isn't it? Yes, that threw me off my game completely. Never mind. So, yes, visiting mother-in-law's, taking the dog to the vets, looking after the dog. He's had to have special treatment on his paw. Anyway, what I wanted to quickly come on for is to say that I haven't forgotten about the giveaway that I did, and I haven't sent the stuff off yet, but I will be doing it later on today because it's just gone midnight, so it will be today. And yeah, it is. I haven't forgotten. It's all packaged up, ready with addresses on and everything. Thank you so much for getting back to me so quickly for the addresses, and they will be sent off today. Scripts, promise. So other news. So I've got a big pile of books here. When I went to my mother-in-law's, she has an office, and she calls it the pigsty because it's covered in little piggies, ornaments and pictures and all sorts. And there's this big pile of books on wildflowers and herbs and all sorts, herbal apothecaries and what have you. And I said, "Oh, can I borrow?" And she said, "Yes, of course you can." So she may not remember that she told me that I could borrow them, but I'm borrowing them. Yes, but I think I mentioned a little while ago that I applied. I had an application come through to apply to be a writer on someone's blog, and I didn't think I would get it, and I was right. I didn't get it, and I'm kind of glad. So I am trying to sort of say this in a way that doesn't make me sound like a complete and utter bitch. But I was looking through some of the blog posts, and I actually got my letter of decline, if you like, saying no, you're not good enough, at exactly the same time as I had another email come through saying, "Look, this is our new wonderful writer. She's absolutely amazing. She's the best of the best." And it kind of made me feel a bit, yeah, sort of, what did I do wrong? And then I looked through and I realised I thought that this blogger wanted someone with a different perspective, a different point of view, a different lifestyle, if you like, and they didn't. Really, they wanted someone who writes like them, has a life like them, so that I guess so that it all melds together, and that's not me. And also, if I write a blog post, I want my name on it. I want my name on it. If I wrote it, I want some, oh, she wrote that. Yeah. So, yeah, so I have to, I'm really sorry. I know it's terribly rude. I have to drink my coffee because my throat's going a bit. Anyway, so yes, and I said to my daughter, because my daughter actually just didn't get her, I think what would have been her dream job, one of her dream jobs, and I didn't get this job, and I love writing. It's, I've written a book, never took it to be published, but I am a published poet. I have not my own book of poetry, but I do have 5 or 6 poetry books that has my work in it. So yes, I love writing and I love sharing. So you know, it's a bit of a shame, but all for the best, I think. And my daughter said, well, why don't you just set up your own blog and put exactly what you would have done anyway? You have this blog post written, and it's a great introductory post. So I might do that. We shall see. Because obviously I do have my Wix site, and that's got a blog on it. I do have a page on Facebook separate, because obviously my original page on Facebook got shut down because they wouldn't let me use a craft name. They said that was against their rules and regulations, which it isn't. But you know, I'm a bit miffed with Facebook anyway. The magic has gone in our relationship. So I may set up, I do have several blogs actually. I have one for my miniature work, one for my the albums that I do and the scrapbooks. I have one that is a rework of an old GeoCities site, I think. What else have I got? There are several. There are several. So I might just set up another blogger account and carry on from there. And ask people to, I'm not going to pay anyone because I can't afford that sort of thing. But, you know, to have a sort of like a central share where everyone's point of view, and, you know, if you're different, that's brilliant. If your path isn't the same as everyone else's, that's brilliant. You know, but if your path is the same as as a lot of other people's, that's okay too. But I shall see. I shall start it off, I think, as a blog, and then I am rambling on again, aren't I? Anyway, so yes, I also finished my aromatherapy exam and got a certificate for that. It doesn't qualify me to be a professional aromatherapist, don't get me wrong. It's just a certificate to say this person's done an advanced level on aromatherapy and passed. And once again, I disagreed with some of the answers to the questions. The notes that I had taken weren't relevant. The questions really, the quiz and the questions in the exam weren't really relevant to any of the notes that they'd given or that I'd taken, which miffed me a bit. So I wrote and told them, you know, some of your answers aren't what you told us. But I couldn't be bothered to go and take the exam again to get 100%, and I got 96%. So, but the certificate is there, and now I'm going to do another. There is a certificate at the end of it, and it's for supernatural beings. This is just for fun. This is just to try and relax me, because this last one, I tell you, this last exam really did get on top of me. I found it, the music they played at the beginning and end of each video segment, and sometimes in the middle over the voice, it drove me nutty. In the end, I wanted to grab hold of the I wanted to hunt down the writer of the music and the player of the music. And I love piano, don't get me wrong. My father and both my grandmothers were pianists. I wanted to hunt down the pianist as well and drown them in a vat of carrot oil. Just got to me in the end, and I found it a little bit towards the end. It was very much, I don't know. I just found it a bit uncomfortable towards the end. It was a little bit, you're not quite good enough to be an aromatherapist. I don't want to be an aromatherapist. You know, I just want to mix a few of my own oils and, you know, have a certificate that says, oh, you know about base notes and middle notes and heart notes and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, some idea of the contraindications. And that was mainly at the contraindications of essential oils. So, which I did, you know, and although you can look all that up online, if you've got a certificate to say, well, yes, I actually did do a course on this and I did learn something, it makes people a little bit more comfortable, even if it doesn't qualify you to be an aromatherapist, which this course does not. Even if it is advanced aromatherapy, it doesn't make me an aromatherapist. It makes me a person who took a course in aromatherapy. So that's it. I've rambled on. I really have rambled on, and I've gone completely off track after that whole door thing. And I will be back. I'm going to do. I've got another couple of YouTube pagan challenges to do. She Who Walks Between Worlds put up a hashtag, and you know I can't resist a hashtag, so I may just have to do that one as well. It's a 16 questions thing, so I may do that. And yeah, I've had a couple of really naughty days. Day before yesterday I had a portion of chips and it made me ill, and today I had half a medium pizza for my dinner. Well, I had a bit of it for lunch and saved some for dinner. But I hope you can see I am looking slightly different, so I'm very slowly, but I will get there. And oh, when we took the dog to the vets, we were told the dog had to go on a diet. Because since I've had this problem with my brain, I haven't been going out because I don't like to go out alone, so obviously I don't walk the dog anymore, and that's really been a bit of a problem with his weight. So my weight and his weight. But hopefully, you know, things will get back on track. As soon as his paw's better, I'll start taking him out again. And it's only a mile a day that we walk, you know, but it does help. So there we go. That's it. I'm going to go and look through some of my books. Some of these books from my mother-in-law, they go back from, this was originally printed in 1938 from the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Food. This was reprinted and is a 1963 copy, and it cost 3 shillings and sixpence, which I think actually is quite expensive. 3 shillings and sixpence, that's expensive, when I think there's another book here, is a Herald book written in 1972, I think, and it was 25p. And that's more expensive than 25p, 3 shillings and sixpence. So anyway, I thought that was adorable. So yes, I'm going to look through those and go through my notes again and then get all these other videos done. And I just wanted to let you know that I didn't get to the writer's application, blog application that I did, but that's okay. And I don't want to be a bitch about it. And things are going okay-ish. So, oh, and I am sending off the gifts that I promised. I promise. So there you go. Thank you for watching, witchy people. Bye for now.